Yes, yes, yes. Should I say no, no, no? Deontay Wilder's wife accuses boxer of alleged domestic abuse. It never rains, but it pours. Okay, so let's get that forehead in there. The allegation comes from none other than the girlfriend, not wife, the girlfriend of the bronze bomber Deontay Wilder, who we see in happier days. Okay, so Deontay Wilder's girlfriend, Telli Swift, who we see here ahead of the third Fury fight. Okay, so according to TMZ, Telli Swift has accused the star boxer of physical and mental abuse over the last 6 years. That's 6 years. Their relationship lasted 6 years. So she's saying it started from the start. Okay, so in other acts of emotional abuse, Swift claims he talked down to her, threatened to destroy her things, and looked for her to engage in adult activities with him 3 times a day. Okay, 3 times a day. Alright, that's don't you have a job? Anyway, okay, so Swift and Wilder began dating in 2015. The boxing superstar and Telli got engaged in 2018. Swift explains that Deontay forced her out of their Atlanta home in April 2024. At the time, a recent surgery had left her in a fragile state. Additionally, Swift alleges that she's terrified that he will become violent after he returns from overseas. I'm going to break this down shortly, but I already see some problems in her statement. Telli said, "I believe Deontay is capable of being physically violent towards me upon his return in June, because he has expressed that he is furious with me since April and has been physically abusive with me in the past." OMG. The temporary restraining order states that Deontay can't come within 100 feet of Telli and their 6-year-old child until June the 25th, where a judge will rule on what should happen next. Okay, so we already knew that something was going down, not just from Deontay's most recent outing in Saudi, where he was seen with another lady, but we already knew that something was going down because Telli Swift has not posted anything of her and Deontay in months. In fact, the last time she posted anything with Deontay even in it, apart from sitting in his cars, was something like 6 months ago. That was a telltale sign that things were not as we thought they were. Oh, actually, here it is. Let's look at the date on this. Where's the date? 32 weeks ago. So that's what? That's over 6 months. What is that, 7 months? Something like 7 months. If I'm wrong, correct me, people. But yeah, it was 7 months ago that she posted anything with Deontay Wilder in it, or left it up there. Took everything else down. Telli Swift and Deontay were not married, are not married. He has multiple residencies, and one of those residencies is in LA. Now, when they broke up some 6 months ago, I think it was around the time or just after the Parker fight, Deontay Wilder realized, hey, it ain't working. There's allegations that he cheated from his brother. That didn't help. There's allegations that, as she says, Deontay Wilder went through her things. Some of those things were a laptop. It's alleged it was a laptop where Deontay found compromising photographs that Telli allegedly sent to other men. Everybody might be on Deontay for putting it out there, but there's a possibility, there's an allegation that Telli Swift was putting it out there too. Or as Deontay might say, as well too. Okay? So, Deontay wanted her out of the LA house since they were no longer together. But it said that he offered to buy her another place. Obviously, a more humble place. Still nice, because they got a daughter together. So it would have still been nice, but not as palatial as the LA pad. Now, it doesn't take a genius to work out that if she takes out a restraining order against the guy, it seems that his plan was to go over to LA and get his things or get her things out, or whichever way. He wanted her out. So with this injunction, restraining order, then that means that Deontay Wilder can't come within 100 feet of her. He can't go to the property. She's going to allege, well, that's her primary domicile now. That's her primary domicile. So Deontay can't go there, even though it's his house, even though he's allegedly offered to buy her another house. Not as grandiose, of course, but nonetheless another house. But with this move, Telli Swift ensures that Deontay Wilder, at least until July 25th, Deontay Wilder can't go to his own house, which he allegedly intended to sell up, or if not sell up, then just get her out of there, buy her another house. You know, the separation. They still got a kid together. It's also alleged that Telli Swift has taken out an order to get child support for their child, even though Deontay was already paying for his child, already taking care of his child. But she wants to make that more official. She wants an official figure. She wants a number that she will get every month. And I don't imagine it's going to be a small number. She's going to want a big number. And she's going to want to tell a story that encourages a judge to give her a big number. Feel sorry for her. Think like, oh, she's been through so much. We have to make sure that she's got some big number. So that's the background story. And of course, Telli Swift has in her favor the fact that Deontay Wilder once got charged, got put in the slammer when he allegedly choked a lady of the night in a hotel room in Vegas. Now, you'd have thought that Deontay would have learned from that. That could have been career crippling, but it didn't seem to harm his career too much in the long run. It doesn't really get talked about. Okay. Did he pay off that girl to go away, the lady of the night to go away? Well, I don't know. But it seems that Kelly has potentially used that, and made an allegation. Is the allegation true? Possibly. Is the allegation false? Possibly. Because she seems very vague. She seems very vague about this alleged incident, and talks more of the threat of incidents, rather than the alleged incident where he allegedly got violent with her. Allegedly, according to the lady who has just filed for child support. So it looks real shaky. It's not as clear-cut as it might appear. I could easily see this being some kind of fictitious story that she has concocted to gain financial enhancements, to live well, because she wasn't living like this. She wasn't on boats before Deontay met her in the airport, and swapped numbers, and things moved on swiftly from there. She wasn't living like this before Deontay, but she's living like this now, and she doesn't want a little thing like a separation, going their separate ways, the parting of ways, to stop this kind of a lifestyle. And so, under these circumstances, would a woman make up stories under these circumstances when they want to maintain a lifestyle that they cannot do on their own income? Is it beyond the likelihood that whatever story she's telling now is highly embellished, highly exaggerated to mask her own infidelity, sending pictures of an intimate nature to not just another man, but allegedly other men. Many men. Many, 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 many men. And, I have to be honest about this. I always thought, would she be with Deontay were it not for his Mo Nye? I always wondered, would she be with him if it wasn't for the cash Mo Nye? She was a qualified nurse. She was already earning a decent, stable wage before Deontay, before they met. But obviously, it took her into a different price category. It took her up into a different bracket. And to walk away from that must be somewhat challenging. And, I often wondered, why are they together? What's the draw? What's the draw? Because she's an articulate woman, somewhat sophisticated, and ultimately, Deontay is a country boy from the country. You know what I mean? Would she be with him if it weren't for the cash money? I have sometimes wondered. And this don't look good. The allegations that, more than one of them had been fooling around. That allegation, it seems rather believable. And with her saying, he went through my things, very believable. So you have to wonder, how does one, I have to wonder as a man, how do I, especially with the fact that you got a child with this woman, how do you take her back? Because surely it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time when you find out there has been infidelity with the mother of a child. It's only a matter of time before you say, well, hey, I'm out. I'm out of this thing. But allegedly, it was Telli who called an end to their relationship. Allegedly, Deontay was prepared to override this thing. Forgive. Maybe not forget, but forgive. But it seems like Telli, she'd had enough. She felt like, she'd had enough of this relationship, and it was time to move on. And so it makes you question. It makes you wonder. It makes you look at the situation. She's applied for child support. Then the next day, she comes out with this. She applies to the court for a restraining order to keep the guy away. Keep the guy away from her. But in the meantime, she's living in his palatial residence in LA. Really does make you wonder. Really does make you question how the legitimacy of the allegation makes you wonder, makes you question it. How much of it is fact and how much of it is fiction? Why did Telli Swift get with the country boy? Was there a financial motive? I don't like this. I don't like the look of this. I don't like the sound of it. And I don't necessarily buy Telli Swift's version of events. What say you? Have your say. It's the Raphael Dawkins. It's the Combat Radio. It's the like. It's the subscribe. It's the comments. It's the shares. And it is the hitting the bell icon to stay updated with news and notification. Telli Swift, Deontay Wilder in happier times. It's Raphael Dawkins, Combat